Hello and welcome to more Vintage Cube Draft. What do we got here? Demonic Tutor. Love this card. Just represents any card in your deck. It's good in Reanimator, it's good in Storm. It's decent in Control. You can just find like whatever answer you need. Great card. Frantic Search is also really insane. Kind of is oddly in the same vein as Demonic Tutor, where it's good in Reanimator, good in Storm, and decent in everything else. And then what else is decent here? Sacred Foundry, Colonnade, Path to Exile, Hibitorak. All those are pretty nice cards. And then Worn Power Stone is like a really bad Soul Ring, but a really bad Soul Ring is still good. I'm going to start off with Demonic Tutor, hoping we can maybe wheel this Frantic Search and see where we can go from there. Okay, well there's a Reanimate. So like I said, it is very good in Reanimator. There's a Fallen Shinobi, although I've kind of gone a bit lower on Fallen Shinobi because it requires you to like play creatures and attack, and more people know about it, so they play around it more. Like basically people have figured out how good the card is, so like it's not as easy to hit with it as it was before. I don't normally like taking Reanimate. I feel like this card is pretty bad, but with Demonic Tutor you can, set up to do this very consistently. You get like Vampiric Tutor, you get Entombed, and you can tutor for all of them. It's an option. Otherwise, I think it would be like, I don't know, Teferi or something. I'll take Reanimate. I don't love the pick, but it does fit with what we have so far. And, oh, here's a tough one. So we could take Animate Dead and just kind of go straight into Reanimator. Or I can take Factor Fiction and try and be open to like having a more general good deck. I think I'd take Animate Dead though, because these are the two best reanimation spells I think in the cube. Although I'm particularly fond of Shallow Grave and the ones that can reanimate Emrakul in particular, because I think those are good. But I guess I'll take Animate Dead here, and then we can kind of go hard on that strategy. Sylvan Library, I thought that was Oath of Druids. I was about to get very excited. So Terastodon is a good reanimation target. Bone Shredder is good if we're playing like Recurring Nightmare. Swords is just a good card. So I think I'm going to take the Fatty, even though this is not the best Fatty, over to like, I could take Steam Vents. No, we'll take Terastodon. I think I'll be pretty happy with that later on. When I have to like, if I have like Entomb plus a Fatty in the same pack or something like that, I'll be happy I have at least one target to hit. There's a Bloodstained Mire. There's also a Dark Petition. I think I'm going to take Bloodstained Mire. I really, really want to get Oath of Druids. I think that's one of the best like backup win conditions in Reanimator. So finding like fetches to get our mana better, I think, is the way to go. There's Exhume. So now I have Reanimate, Animate Dead, and Exhume. And not missing much. I want Bazaar of Baghdad now, because now basically we could just Demonic Tutor for Bazaar of Baghdad and go from there. I think I take Sundering Titan. I know there's Necromancy, but it's worse than these three. And 3 mana is kind of a lot, whereas if you can reanimate a fast Sundering Titan, you should just be able to win the game, especially if we're mono black, which we kind of are looking to be. Damnation's good, but don't really need to run removal if you're just killing them before they can put anything into play. Iona. Alright, well, it's open. So we'll take Iona. Mind's Desire that late is interesting. Maybe we can wheel that Frantic Search, although I have 8 cards. Was that the Frantic Search pack? I don't actually know. I think, okay, this was it. So Frantic Search did not come around, which is kind of to be expected. I can take Path to Exile, or I can take Shambling Vent. I guess Sacred Foundry fixes for white better because we have Bloodstained Mire. So, no, because this is black-white dual. I don't know what to take here. I'm just going to take Path. I think Shambling Vent we can improve on. Again, unlikely to play this, but I wasn't going to play anything in that pack. So if this was a pod draft, I would just take Containment Priest so nobody has it. It's not a pod draft, so I don't have to worry about that too much. I could take Lotus Bloom, which can help give us like a burst of mana if we're trying to reanimate stuff and we need, I don't know, a bunch of mana for it, but Shriekmaw is actually pretty nice here. It kills itself, so if you need to like, if you're playing against mono green, for example, you can evoke it and then reanimate it. Kill 2 things, you get a 3/2 fear in play, which is pretty good. Lightning Greaves is actually interesting. I don't normally go for this, but that's kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever played Lightning Greaves in Reanimator, but, given like a Gristlebrand Haste or something like that is kind of sweet Take a Bone Shredder. So probably not playing this path. Wow, we wield a Dark Petition. I'll take it. And land tax. I'll take Blackleaf Cliffs. Okay, well, if you needed any indication that a Reanimator was open, this was it. Last pick Necromancy. So there's Shallow Grave. Given what we've seen, I feel like that's just going to come around. I can take Wasteland or some fixing, like Scalding Tarn, to try and get something going. I'm trying to think what red would be for. Like Faithless Looting would be pretty nice. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot here. So this should wheel. So I'm just not going to take it because it should come around. So basically deciding, do I think I'm more likely to splash or more likely to want Wasteland to like stunt your opponent on mana? I already have Blackleaf Cliffs and I have Bloodstained Mire. And it's really only Faithless Looting that I would splash. So I guess I just take... Would I play Wasteland? It is a non-black source. I'm going to take Wasteland. It's a great way to disrupt your opponent before you reanimate something. Ooh. Gristlebrand versus Thoughtseize versus Verdant Catacombs. That's actually more challenging than it appears. Gristlebrand is like the best reanimation target. But Thoughtseize is like the best disruption. And nobody was playing Reanimate before. And I have a bunch of fatties. Like, reanimating Iona is very similar to reanimating Gristlebrand. I do have Lightning Greaves. But I don't think Thoughtseize comes around. There's a decent chance Gristlebrand comes around, and I already have other fatties. I'm actually going to take Thoughtseize here. I want to be able to interact early. Ooh, oh boy. Okay, so I can get rid of Shriekmaw Bone Shredder and play Oath. So I can take Oath and try and wheel Buried Alive. I got Necromancy last pick, so it's very hard to imagine anyone in this archetype. And Oath of Druids is just really good. So I'm going to take this, hope Buried Alive comes around. Because it should, right? There's no reason why it wouldn't. Okay, well there's Faithless Looting, so that was the reason to go red. And there's not much else for us in this pack, so I'll take it. Marsh Flats can help us. Corpse Dance and Collective Brutality. That's probably got to be the pickup here. Yeah. It lets you discard a card. It also like duresses them to stop them from interacting with what you're doing. This deck's looking better and better as time goes on. Okay, well, we have Hissing Quagmire versus Sheldock Isle. Hissing Quagmire helps with green for Oath of Druids. Sheldock Isle would be a double splash. It's a great card, but I think I'm just going to take the fixing here over Sheldock. If we had any reason to go blue, I would have made a different pick, but we didn't. Here I could take Blood Crypt, making up for the missed Badlands before. Scrubland, I don't think I'm playing white, and while I like Wrist Shot Import, it's not super necessary. There is a Massacre Worm. That's pretty good against some like aggro decks, and given that I'm probably going to play Oath of Druids, I don't think I need Mesmeric Fiend. Although, let's see, I can side in Oath of Druids. I don't actually know what I want. Fiend is good against all the controlling decks, whereas Worm is good against aggro. I think I'm going to take the Fiend. I think being good against control is more important. There's a Shallow Grave versus a Tassiger. So if I'm playing Oath, I don't really want Tassiger, but Tassiger is good in general. If you're like Faithless Looting, fill your graveyard, you can just play him for 1 mana. And Shallow Grave's only good if we get Gristlebrand in the next pack, I think, because it doesn't do anything with any of these. I'll still take it. Okay, so we did not get Gristlebrand, but we got Verdant Catacombs, which is still pretty good. And then Buried Alive should be in like the next pack. That's maybe problematic. Why would Buried Alive not come around? Maybe it's a different pack. This looks familiar though. This already seems actually kind of nice. Okay, someone took Buried Alive. That is kind of weird. I don't know why they would do that. I guess I take, I don't know, Spirit Keeper or something. That's so weird. Pernicious Deed is really bad, but I'll take it anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of sad. Buried Alive would have been awesome here. But out of Oath versus Buried Alive, it seemed like if Necromancy went last pick and I took all the reanimation spells pack 1, that nobody would want a niche card that doesn't do anything unless you're reanimating. But who knows? Okay, well there's quite a few good targets here. Oh boy, what do I take? Ashen Rider versus Woodfall Primus. This has Persist. Grave Titan is pretty nice, although it is kind of bad with Oath of Druids in particular, because if you Oath into Grave Titan, it lets them trigger Oath most likely, and then like prevents you from triggering it. Inkwell Leviathan is just hard to kill, good against some blue decks and things like that. And then not much else. I'm leaning towards Ashen Rider because it exiles any permanent and the 5/5 flyer, so you could just like beat down with it. What do I want here? I can't believe Buried Alive got taken. I'm so mad about that. I think I'm gonna take the Ashen Rider. There's Time Walk. Oh, and a Bayou. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Do I have any way to put blue in my deck? I don't think so. This is rough, but I'm taking Bayou. It makes Oath of Druids way more castable here. Because I have Bloodstained Mire and Verdant Catacombs, and then this is just a black-green duel on its own. It hurts to pass this, but I can't really like force it into my deck. So we'll just take that. Gitaxian Probe is nice. So is Golgari's Signet. Signet gives us green, but I think honestly my green fixing is actually kind of decent now. So let's just take the probe. Lets us know what's going on. Putrid Imp. Oh, that's kind of awkward. So it's very good with all of our reanimation spells. You can just go turn 1 Putrid Imp, turn 2 reanimate. It's very bad with Oath of Druids, but I have like a decent number of hits, so it might be worth just having a miss. Also, we got past Time Walk into Soulfire Grandmaster, which is kind of funny. Someone's going to be very happy. Not us. We're taking 1-mana 1/1s over here. Yeah, I guess am I going to play it? I think so. I'm probably not playing Shallow Grave. And Mesmeric Fiend Oath is a little bit awkward. I'll take it. We'll see what happens. Dak Faden. That would be a good reason to go blue, that's for sure. This is probably not a Dark Confidant deck, although I would like it. And then Windswept Heath can get Bayou, and that's it. Dak Faden's a double splash, but if I can make blue work, he would be pretty nice here. So I'll take Dak as a specul. Oh wait, Angel of Serenity. Do I need more fatties? Because I don't have Entomb. Entomb is the card that like makes Reanimator work. And I don't have it yet. So I do need some critical mass of fatties in hand. But I'll take Dak. If I can get blue, he's going to be good. Emrakul Promised End, Assassin's Trophy, Through the Breach. I don't have any Eldrazi. Through the Breach, Ashen Rider is good. Sundering Titan is good. But I think just Emrakul is nice here. I could also Brain Freeze myself. Oh, Liliana is great. That's like the perfect discard outlet. Yeah, we'll take Liliana. So no Entomb. And someone took Buried Alive. Unfortunate, but we got Planeswalkers. Unless Underground Sea wheels, probably Dak Fane's not getting in the deck. And I kind of like Lightning Greaves here. I don't know how I feel about Mesfiend. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good hits. I think probably I will not main deck Mesmeric Fiend. But I kind of like Putrid Imp. It's one bad hit, so like the odds are not too horrible. And as a turn 1 play, it makes our deck very fast. Yawgmoth's Will? Could this possibly be a Yawgmoth's Will deck? So we have Oath of Druids. So we get Oath into a bunch of things, and then Yawg will like reanimate, Thoughtseize, Faithless Looting, and all that. But Maelstrom Pulse is actually pretty good removal here. I'll take that. Just kill anything, 3 mana. So Grave Titan comes around, but Buried Alive does not. I don't really know what to make of that, but I'll take Grave Titan. He's good. Plaguecrafter. I guess I can take. I'm not going to be paying for Overload there, so I'm going to take a Terminate for this sideboard. I don't know if I want to play Duretti, but making 3 Sundering Titans would be kind of fun. Let's see, I have 22 playable, so right now Duretti goes in. Pernicious Deed is probably playable at the moment. It's like the only board wipe I have. It's really, really slow, but I need 23 playables, so that'll be the last one currently. I don't love Dark Petition, but it is kind of necessary. Metamorphose actually helps with our mana quite a bit. I'll take that. Basically, if I have red, I can get green. If I have green, I can get red. Cabal Ritual versus Nature's Claim or Rakdos Signet. Do I really have a need for that much mana? I don't think so. I'm going to take Nature's Claim for this sideboard. And Angel of Serenity I can bring in against aggro decks. Alright, this deck is 1 Exhume away from being like the most busted thing ever. But I'm very happy we do have the Oath of Druids. I am going to run the 1 Putrid Imp. Ooh, Assassin's Trophy. Okay. And Pyroclasm. Our sideboard is actually looking pretty good now. I don't think I want a main deck Assassin's Trophy, but I'm definitely playing it in the sideboard. So 24 playables. We can make one cut. That's probably Pernicious Deed. I don't think that's necessary in the main. And then I have a bunch of fatties. Not too many ways to discard them, unfortunately. So we probably have to mulligan kind of aggressively. And I could play Pack Rat over Putrid Imp, but Putrid Imp enables, like, if it's in your opening hand, turn 1 Putrid Imp, turn 2 Reanimate is something we can do very frequently, so I'm okay there. I don't need this, I don't need that. As far as green sources go, let's go through black first. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 black sources. Okay. Red, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 red sources for 2 red spells. I think I can go up to 6. And then green, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll probably go up to 7. So this mana is actually kind of nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red. I guess I want more red than green because Faithless Looting I want to cast earlier, and I can like Faithless Looting into Oath of Druids. And then Wasteland I just use as like a general disruptive tool. When you're playing a deck that's like a linear combo deck, making your opponent stumble for like a turn or two can often be the difference between winning and losing the game. So I just put it in the deck. Sometimes you turn 1 Wasteland, they don't have a land, and you just win. Yeah, we're gonna run it like that with some good sideboard options. See you guys round 1. Alright, playing against Wildebeest. Let's go first. We have Thoughtseize, Lightning Greaves, Emrakul, and a bunch of lands. So we have all of our colors. I think we can do better though. 4 lands is kind of a lot for this deck. This hand's pretty good. I'm gonna keep this. Do I need 2 reanimation spells? Because basically I have turn 1 Putrid Imp, Bloodstained Mire can get anything else, and if I get rid of a land, I might not be able to turn 3 Daretti. So I'm actually gonna get rid of Reanimate, because Animate Dead, we can play turn 2 anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of Reanimate. And I'm not gonna fetch because I guess I do know that I need red, but my red enters tapped. So let's just play Putrid Imp and pass turn. Kind of tells them what's going on, but that's okay. Goblin Welder. Alright. I might be able to reanimate their stuff. Swamp. Not the best. Let's go Bloodstained Mire. I don't think I offer a trade. Yeah, that seems bad. Okay. I mean, I guess. Turn 2 Tinker. Okay. Those were good hits, but they're at 5 life. So I can already make... Oh no, they hit mana for Mindslaver? Wait. What? That's not even cool, because I have Putrid Imp. They could make me discard my hand. Alright, I mean, I guess. I guess that's a valid play in Magic. So let's get Blood Crypt. And I don't have an artifact to sacrifice to Daretti, otherwise we could do a lot of things here. I just draw a land, so... Destroy target artifact or creature. Do I let them know what's in my deck / hand? Because basically, they're gonna Mindslaver me. I'm not gonna. They got Goblin Welder Mindslaver lock. This game's over. They're gonna just take my turn like every turn in a row. That was an insane start. But I have Nature's Claim. I have Assassin's Trophy. Oath of Druids seems pretty good. Daretti actually still seems kind of nice. Lightning Greaves is probably not that necessary. And then I didn't see much of their mana base because they killed me on turn 2. So I think I like Dark Petition. It gives me redundancy and it can grab like Liliana or something. Grave Titan. I think I'm just deciding, do I want Grave Titan? Maybe not. Alright, we'll try it like that. Let's hope for a better game 1 here. So I have Demonic Tutor Exhume and a bunch of that. I think I'm going to keep this because I can Demonic Tutor for Oath of Druids. Probably going to hit my thing. I can also discard turn 1. That's also an option. But I can discard turn 2 or 3. Like, it's not discard then reanimate because unfortunately Exhume costs 2. So I think I do play my land. And then, yeah, because I'm on the play, so I don't actually get to discard here. Turn 1 Lightning Greaves, okay. Opponent's deck is probably very good. Like leave Clips. Yeah, let's play that and cast Demonic Tutor. I kind of want a Demonic Tutor from Wasteland, even though I know that's probably pretty bad. It's probably got to be Faithless Looting. Yeah, because I have Exhume, I can Looting, get Sundering Titan. Yeah. Really? Okay. Turn 2 Tinker both games. With no card disruption either, they just naturally had it. Wormcoil Engine. Interesting choice. Oh, that's actually kind of good. I might be able to beat turn 2 Tinker here, so I'm going to cast Faithless Looting. And I have Thoughtseize, although I can only cast Exhume here. Discard both of these fatties. Then I can go Swamp Exhume. Emrakul hits for 13, but they're gonna go up to... So Emrakul actually wins the race. And if I get Sundering Titan, I believe I can just target Bloodcrypt Island. That actually might be better. It cuts them off of blue, and then if they attack, yeah, that's actually better. Because this is all basic land types here. And then I can go land Necromancy Emrakul. If they attack, I just take it and then hit them back. Of course, they have Tolarian Academy, which is pretty good. If they have Mana Leak here, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I can actually... Wow, I can do everything. We can Thoughtseize them and then Animate Dead. Lightsteel Colossus, Bolas's Citadel, Flameslash, Mindslaver. That is quite the hand. I guess Flameslash, like, they don't have any interaction whatsoever. And Blightsteel Colossus is a replacement effect, so you can't reanimate it. So I guess I just take Flameslash. 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't even do anything. I'll take Mindslaver. Although if I take Mindslaver, they can actually Goblin Welder it. So let's do that. Then play a Bayou, Animate Dead, Emrakul. Hit them for 7. So I hit them for 7, they fall down to 15, then they go up to 21, and then I can hit them for 19. Given that I have Necromancy, maybe I offer a trade, because I lose Bayou. Yeah, actually, I have Necromancy, so I could just offer a trade. Mindslaver's gone, I know the rest of their hand does nothing. Okay, so we trade, or I actually can wait and then trade. No, I'll trade now, because I only lose 1 land. So I destroy my Bayou, and that's it. Mountain's gone. Ballista for 2. Alright. Glad I traded, because my life total was going to get low. But now I can go Mountain, Necromancy on Wormcoil Engine. Yeah, that's better than Sundering Titan here. Hit for 12. And they can't even really attack with the lifelink one without helping me out. The Tolarian Academy is actually a little bit scary, so I'm really glad I took Mindslaver. So I know 2 out of 3 cards they concede. Okay. That was... We beat a turn 2 Tinker, because they had Blightsteel and Citadel in hand. Oh boy. Fortunately, luck shouldn't be that much in their favor. Like, the odds of hitting turn 2 Tinker multiple games in a row are very low. So statistically, you would expect some regression to the mean. Necromancy, Demonic Tutor. So I can do the same play of Demonic Tutor for Faithless Looting and just hope that's good enough. I can also Demonic Tutor for Oath of Druids. Because actually, Oath of Druids would be surprisingly good even if I hit Putrid Imp, because I can discard Ashen Rider and then reanimate it. So I'm not like that upset about it. I have like a surprisingly high number of red sources for some reason here. Grim Monolith. That's pretty good. But they have double red, so I don't see any blue yet. Let's get Blood Crypt, Swamp, Demonic Tutor. So, what do I get here? Faithless Looting is the most exciting because unfortunately it doesn't actually let me Necromancy next turn, but I have all these lands, so it lets me basically just draw a bunch of good cards. Collective Brutality gets non-creature. Oh, it's only instant or sorcery. So if they have Tinker, they're going to do it anyway. I think I do just take Faithless Looting. So we're hoping for no blue mana. Golos finds blue. Okay. And it's going to be Tolarian. Oh, Ancient Tomb. They just had Tolarian Academy. Alright. Fair enough. Missing Quagmire. So, got some options. I can Faithless Looting and hope to hit something good. That's probably my best bet given what their hand is doing. So let's do that. Probe Iona. So discard Ashen Rider, Iona. Cast Ataxian Probe. Chain Lightning, Inferno Titan. So they're just going to play Inferno Titan next turn. I can actually beat that. We draw Emrakul. That's that's a lot of fatties plus lands. So I'm just going to play Hissing Quagmire tapped and pass turn. So it actually would have been worse to play Duretti, actually. So this ends up okay. So they play Inferno Titan. I could play Ashen Rider, exile Inferno Titan, and then we like get them with Duretti and stuff. Okay, that's gonna be good next turn. So they have Chain Lightning in hand, and Ashen Rider is a 5/5. So I can't really do everything I want to do, so let's just cast Necromancy. Getting Ashen Rider. This exiles you. We're going to trade off with Golos, I imagine. Or Golos plus Chain Lightning. But then I get to go Duretti Animate Dead on... I don't know what to do here. Animate Dead on Ashen Rider or Iona naming blue? Chain Lightning face. What else did they draw? Well, we Iona... I don't know whether I named blue or... that. The revealed cards, they played their island. So I saw every card in their hand. Let's go Bayou. I'm basically deciding, does Duretti do anything here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they actually can play and activate Mindslaver if they get it. So I'm deciding, do I flashback Faithless Looting and try and hit a better target, or do I just Emrakul? I think I'm just going to Duretti here. So let's animate Dead Iona. Make sure that resolves. And I suppose blue is scarier. And I hit them for 5. Then we play Duretti, and Duretti can start killing their artifacts, which is exactly where I want to be. Yeah. There is a risk. This plays worse into Mindslaver, I guess, right? Because then they can stack Duretti to kill Iona. So maybe that was not the best, but we'll see. I'm actually kind of close to casting Emrakul. So there's sorcery, land, 1, 2. Okay, I'm pretty far. Attack me. I'll block with Iona. I could block with the Construct. That plays around Red Burn. Sure. That also plays around Mindslaver. Upheaval. Ballista for 4. Okay. A little bit worrisome, but we can flash this back. Oh, wait. Can I force them to use Ballista counters? 5, 11. Because Hissing Quagmire was actually lethal. So I could activate Hissing Quagmire and swing out. That forces them to use 2 Ballista counters. That doesn't actually go so well. So let's flashback Looting. Assassin's Trophy makes me feel pretty safe. So discard Blackleaf Cliffs and Mountain. Play a Mountain. Uptick Duretti. Hit them for 6 in the air. And then I have Assassin's Trophy plus Ashen Rider on defense. Lethal in the air. They kill my Construct. That's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna block here. See if they put counters on Walking Ballista. Okay, so if they put more counters on, okay, so they actually killed it. So now I'm going to Assassin's Trophy Golos because this feels like they want the damage to get through. So I fold a 5. It's hard to imagine them doing 5 damage here. We got it. We actually won. Haha. Oh man, there's our oath, which would have been kind of bad at this point, but woo, that was a crazy game. See you guys next round. All right, round 2. That was a scary round 1. Let's go first. Yeah. I mean, this is why you keep these hands, right? Turn 1 Putrid Imp. Actually, I can go even farther. I can turn 1 Thoughtseize, and then turn 2 Putrid Imp Reanimate. Oh boy. Looks like we're going to be doing a little bit more of that. So they have Brazen Borrower, Force of Will, Swords to Plowshares with no blue mana. So, okay. A Braid doesn't do anything. So I guess Swords to Plowshares is the scariest card because they can actually cast that. So we do that. And we're going to put their hand over here so you guys can know what's going on. They go Plateau, go. So now I'm going to Collective Brutality. No need to Jitaxian Probe, actually. Cast with Escalate. So we do that. You reveal your hand and you lose life. I pay this. Discard Emrakul. Oh, Emrakul has protection from instants. Okay, look. I didn't realize that I protected from instants. That's on me. Oh gosh, it showed it twice. Yeah, that was a mistake. Look, I don't play Reanimator much, but now I get to see what's in their hand. Dismiss that again. They draw Johnny. So Brazen Borrower is also an instant. Okay. Now that I know, Animate Emrakul. I'll play a Putrid Imp. It does attack for some damage. So next turn, yeah, I actually messed up pretty bad here. Because they get to play a Johnny Vengeance and keep Emrakul tapped down. They actually have to abrade my Putrid Imp, I think. Yeah, this was not ideal. So Braid is gone and Island is gone. I'm just going to show this as Brazen Borrower. They play Mountain. Okay, so I get to get down to ready. Getting Blood Crypt. Yeah, if I had just done this sooner. Pro Instance is a big game. You drew Ice. Alright. Oh boy. So if I attack with Emrakul, I actually kind of killed myself this game. Yeah, but now I know. If I attack with Emrakul, they can just tap it down with a Johnny, and we know they have the land for that in hand. If I don't attack with Emrakul, they play a Johnny, then I kill a Johnny. Okay, Putrid Imp, discard a card against flying. I might be able to do this. So I pass turn, I don't do anything. That ice was insanely good. That was a really good draw too. Wow, their draws have been, some could say, decent. So now I'm actually just dead, unless I draw something good. Because they just go, I guess they need a land for that, so they played that. Their deck is nice. I'll give them that. I can play Duretti, make a token, which they bounce with Petty Theft. We made this much harder on ourselves. Okay, so what do I do here? If I sit back, I'm dead to a land. If I attack, I'm also dead to a land. No, if I attack, I'm dead on board. Because they bounce the construct, hit me for one, play Johnny and down tick. So I actually can't attack, because I die. I'm dead to many, many things here. But if I find a way to discard Terastodon, I do have Putrid Imp. Oh, I'm just dead here. That is worse than a Johnny, I would imagine. So now if I draw Lightning Greaves, I can survive? No, because yeah, this is actually just fine for them. Exhume doesn't do anything. Alright, we'll move on. Yep, protection from instants. So, did not know about that. So they have a decent number of creatures, so Oath will be good. And I just need to play a little bit better there. I'll keep it the same. Alright, let's hope for doing this a little bit better. We have Exhume, Lightning Greaves, Emrakul, Wasteland. So if I draw a discard outlet, we actually have a pretty sick start of like Hasty Emrakul with Shroud. Drawing discard outlets is hard, but I think I do keep this. We also have Wasteland for a bit of early disruption. Go ahead. So Prismatic Vista actually specifically gets basic lands. There's another reanimation spell. I can discard to hand size. I know they have Path to Exile, but Emrakul is protection from basically everything. I don't mind going up to hand size, actually. That seems like a decent way to get out of this. Because once I get Emrakul in the graveyard, then I can just start playing spells, right? I just need the card in the graveyard, and then, you know, they can't counter this effect. They can only counter these. Is it Signet? Sure. Let's Gitaxian Probe. Because I could also draw Faithless Looting here. Teferi is good to know about. Monastery Mentor, Force of Will. Dark Petition. So if they play Teferi, they can bounce Emrakul. So that's actually not so bad. So I pass turn and discard Emrakul. I know their hand. They'd probably play Mentor. Then I play Lightning Greaves. They draw Lavamancer. Mentor. Oh, what land did they play? Plays Mountain. Mentor. So their hand is Force of Will Teferi. I can go Mountain, right? Because Teferi just bounces anything I do. So Mountain, Lightning Greaves. Go ahead. They draw a Mox. Alright. Makes Mentor a little bit scarier. So I guess they're just holding up. Well, now they could just hardcast Force. They play Island. This is, yeah, because they counter my thing, and they actually hit me for a good chunk of damage too. Alright, that's a lot of fatties in my hand. I suppose I go for Necromancy, because if they let that resolve thinking that they can Teferi me, because they can play Teferi, I think that can bounce Yeah, they can bounce Necromancy, but that doesn't actually do that much. So I think they hardcast Force. Still not a good position though, because that gives them another Mentor token, and then next turn they can just play Teferi, bounce my Lightning Greaves. Oh boy. So I want to draw Faithless Looting so I can Grave Titan. So Force is gone. They have double mocks? What? Alright, I guess. Am I dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They could put me to 2? No, I'm actually dead. Because they Teferi bounce and mocks. Alright. Fair enough. That was an insane... Oh, they didn't kill me! They had lethal with mocks bounce. And then recast. I'm still like effectively dead here because I don't think there's a card in Magic that can do it. But we were close, I guess. Yeah, them drawing double mocks, I mean, any spell would have really done it. But this was just way too slow. Get back Emrakul, play this, equip. Our only hope is they forget to attack. Which is, it's possible, right? I can F6, they might skip their combat. Because I want to get a game 3, I want a redemption. Their deck is really scary though. Double mocks, like all the good interaction. The only thing that's not so good is their mana. And Azorius Signet. Alright. Again, they still could forget to attack. Alright, that's plenty more than lethal. See you guys round 3. Alright, playing against Garcia. Let's go first. Oh yeah, this hand seems pretty nice. I'm gonna keep this. We're one fatty away from just getting there. I guess we need red for Faithless Looting, but Thoughtseize, I can actually Gitaxian Probe and see how badly I want to Thoughtseize, and then sequence the rest of my plays accordingly. Opponent kept 7, so let's see what you got. Probe plus Thoughtseize is such like a... It feels like cheating. Solemn, Recruiter, Mox Ruby. Wow, that's a good hand. I kind of want to Thoughtseize the Mox Ruby, but that's a good hand. Holy cow, is that a good hand. I don't know if Thoughtseizing Mox Ruby actually does very much. I don't want to take an artist or a creature because I have Exhume. There's Sundering Titan. Sundering Titan will be good here. In fact, given that I'm going to probably Titan their lands... No, because I have Dak Faden! Oh boy. So I guess I just take Dak Faden and hope for the best. I think I'm going to play Hissing Quagmire here. I'll let them play out their turn. I'm not going to take the mocks, because if I go like Thoughtseize and I had Reanimate in hand, then maybe there's an argument for Thoughtseizing Mox Ruby, forcing them to play the land. Then they play the Signet, then we Reanimate Sundering Titan. But then they're still only 2 lands away from Dak Faden. So they go Mountain Mox. My opponent's decks this game have been unreal good. There's a Grave Titan. So... do I take Dak Faden? That makes it like way more turns before I actually get to reanimate something. So I can pass turn, and then pass turn again, and then reanimate a Grave Titan? I think I'm going to take Dak Faden. That card represents just like a lot. They drew Wormcoil. Oh boy. Alright, take Dak Faden. So Dak Faden's gone. This. So that's their hand, and I think I'm going to hold out on the Swamp. Although, if I draw a Mountain, I'm going to feel awkward that I can't Faithless Looting into Swamp. But right now, this is my fastest avenue towards reanimating something. So they play Tarn, then they're going to play Solemn. Solemn gets them up to 5 Lana, so if they draw any land, they just get to jam a turn 3 Wormcoil Engine through Thoughtseize. Yeah, that's decent. Okay, there's a Swamp, so yeah, I just have to wait. It's not pretty, but you gotta do what you gotta do. We're just hoping they don't hit an untapped mana source for like 2 turns, actually. Recruiter gets something, so they have 3 cards in hand still? Okay. I guess Iona works. 2, 3, so I was going to say Sundering Titan, but if I discard Sundering Titan, they can just play Kiki-Jiki this turn and get Pestermite, and then they're just 1 land away. If I discard Iona, I can at least lock them out of doing the combo. Zealous Conscripts, whoa, interesting. I guess they have Kiki-Jiki Wormcoil Engine, right? That's also a problem. Fortunately, yeah, this game is just bad. This is their turn 4. That's, ugh. There's not much I can do here. I get to exhume. Hooray. But that's way too slow. I named blue, but I'm actually just dead to hasty Wormcoil Engine nonsense. Yeah, their draw was something else. Yeah, so I don't know. Turn 1 Thoughtseize Mox kind of mitigates all of this. I'm just gonna concede. That's enough for me. So Nature's Claim, Assassin's Trophy, Terminate. Do I like Pyroclasm? Not so much. All those are good. I don't really like Sundering. That's actually, if they don't have artifacts, Sundering Titan is good against everything but Dak Faden. Duretti's good against them. Assassin's Trophy is kind of worse than Terminate, I think. Most of the things I'm killing are creatures. I didn't see too much removal, so Lightning Greaves is probably not that necessary. And then, yeah, their mana is a bit ambitious, so if they don't have like Mox into like Talisman, I can just lock them out of any spells. So I think I keep all of that. I'm just deciding what my last card to cut here is. I guess Metamorphose. Let's go first. Well, I have Oath, but I have all of my good Oath targets in hand. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna keep this on the back of Faithless Looting. Hope that I can hit a black source here. Probably don't really need Duretti here. I can't believe I had Oath, but all 4 fatties in hand. Well, opponent mulligan to 5. So that's pretty good. I'm going to Detecting Probe here. See what they're working with. I really want to hit a swamp so that I can like Thoughtseize them before turn 1. Like if they have, for example, Mox Ruby, just discarding the Mox would be really good. Time Twister, Ancient Tomb. Okay, so if I can Thoughtseize the Time Twister, this game is almost over. All right. Yeah. This game's probably just over now. Because they could draw Mox Ruby. Yeah. Get out of here. Oh gosh. Why does it do that? Their hand is 4 cards. Alright, go ahead. Scalding Tarn, no Welder play. There's Iona. So we have a lot of things to discard, and we want to draw lands actually. There's Demonic Tutor. Okay, so next turn I can Demonic Tutor for Reanimate. And Sundering Titan's looking like the most awkward one right now. So we pass turn. Because Sundering Titan would kill my lands if they don't fetch, or if they play like Ancient Tomb, then I just kill my lands and just have a 7/10. Whereas playing Iona, naming probably blue goes a long way. Okay, they play Island, so it's Goblin Welder, Ancient Tomb. Okay, they play the Welder. So it's Ancient Tomb and 2 unknowns. Oh, I can do both. So I think I Demonic Tutor for Reanimate, and then Reanimate a Sundering Titan, and then next turn I Animate Dead. Oh, Sundering Titan's here. Alright, that's fair. Given that, if Ancient Tomb and 2 unknowns, I think I'm going to Animate Dead Iona. I wish I had Sundering Titan in my graveyard now. I didn't know they would play Mountain instead of Tomb. Let's get Ashen Rider, actually. Okay, they just concede anyway. I was trying to think of all the things I can possibly play around. Pyroclasm, Trophy, Greaves. No, let's go back. Yeah, because I was trying to think like, if I name blue with Iona, that effectively locks them off of blue mana, but who knows? Oh, this hand is great. Holy cow, this hand is good. We finally get Oath of Druids action. Opponent mulligan, turn 1 Goblin Welder. They have Soul Ring? What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize you. Soul Ring. Dak Faden Bribery. So what's gonna happen? Next turn they're gonna go. I mean, I can't beat a Bribery, I don't think. I can beat Dak Faden. What is this? What is there? Why are every opponent I've played against has had just insane cards? I'm hoping for Solemn to be the play, not Dak. Oh, it's Dak. So Dak gets to loot away the bad stuff. Discard Porcelain Legionnaire Island. Okay, so I don't know what their hand is anymore. I don't want to play Oath, but I will Faithless Looting. I suppose we might as well play it on days because we can. Alright, not complaining. Let's do that. So Ashen Rider will probably just take care of the Soul Ring. Although Dak Faden is marginally problematic because he could like ultimate and then they just like Lightning Bolt and steal my Ashen Rider. So we need to decide what's going on here. They play... Really? Alright. I have Nature's Claim for Soul Ring. Time Twister was good there. Not the end of the world. They play Legionnaire. Okay. Putrid Imp. So... I definitely kill the Soul Ring. Time Twister is good tech against Reanimator. Get Bayou. Or what else can I do? I can kill Soul Ring. I can Demonic Tutor and Reanimate, but I don't have anything in the graveyard. So I like going Nature's Claim on Soul Ring. There's a slight problem with Demonic Tutor for Sundering Titan, but I'm going to cast Demonic Tutor while they're tapped low. Sundering Titan would be really good, except Dak Faden can steal it, but they won't have any lands left. And I can terminate it, but then I won't have any lands left. Iona is probably just worse than something else. Ashen Rider is pretty tempting. I guess there's also Terrastodon. This is actually really, really hard. So Sundering Titan kills their lands in a swamp. Then they steal it with Dak. And then what? Terrastodon kills their lands and gives them a bunch of creatures in play. And if they kill Terrastodon, they're in trouble, but that's probably better. Okay, we'll do that. Go. And this deals with any other problematic permanents they might play as well. Man, Sundering Titan would be so good with if they didn't have Dak. I guess Oath of Druids was also a consideration. Like if they just keep playing creatures, I play Oath. Maybe that would be even better, because then I just get a bunch of creatures in play. Alright, I'm getting back Soul Ring. Mox Ruby Wormcoil Engine. So, oh boy. We're getting into dangerous territory now, because I can't let Emery untap. I just draw Emrakul. Oh boy. Because I really want to play Putrid Imp and Animate Dead, but I can't go Putrid Imp, Animate Dead, Terminate, and Terminate needs to kill Emery, otherwise they get Soul Ring back and then like infinite mana. I could go for the very bold play of just Reanimate and Emrakul and hope. Maybe that's our best option, actually. Because if I Terminate Emery, they get another turn with Dak Fade. Let's just Reanimate and Emrakul and hope. See what happens. Because they can play Wormcoil, and then we can hit with Emrakul, put them down to 11 life, and then we can terminate the Wormcoil. They don't even play Wormcoil. He has Pro Instance. Oh boy. I mean, I can terminate it, but that's funny. What do I even need now? I need a lot, because now Terminate doesn't deal with Wormcoil, and the race is pretty bad. I don't get an attack with Emrakul, because I don't have the extra mana. So I think my best draw here is Oath of Druids. But even then, that's not amazing. I guess drawing like, Exhume. Oh, they got Kiki Jiki. Wait, they discarded Kiki Jiki. Interesting. So Exhume actually doesn't work anymore either, because they just get back stuff. Iona. Yeah, that would be fine. I can't really ambush them by blocking with Emrakul, so I think Terminate now just makes the most sense. And then we can, I guess, hit Dak Faden. I don't know what Dak Faden... Is hitting Dak Faden worth it? I don't think so. I'm gonna attack them. And then if I draw any untapped land, I can actually Dark Petition for like Necromancy, and then Reanimate Terrastodon or Iona, and that might go a long way. They still have Bribery in their deck too, but they evoke Revelark. So they get Kiki Jiki. Oh my god. Yeah, that makes sense. You get Kiki Jiki, Soul of Temptation, get my own Emrakul again. Oh boy. Well, I guess there was a reason to hold up Terminate. They play the Mox. Their draws have been particularly well suited against ours. I mean, their deck is very good. I'm not gonna like say that, but they also just deck emblem because they can. Yeah. Alright, so I draw a land. I can Dark Petition. But unfortunately, like the creatures, I mean, we go for it, right? Land, Dark Petition. But they have like basically everything. I can get, yeah, I can't even get Ashen Rider, which would be the best card here. Because then I could exile Soul Rip Temptation. Actually, yeah, if I had Ashen Rider in hand, this would have been maybe okay. But as it currently stands, we're not doing so hot, right? I get Terrastodon and Necromancy. Wormcoil Engine. No, I have to get Terrastodon. Destroy, animate, dead. The problem is they're just gonna Kiki Jiki Sower, but I guess I just have to hope they don't see that line. And then this is a 2/2 can't block, so I will attack them. So if they really misplay, we can win, but they just go Kiki Jiki, or like basically they do anything and I lose. This is just spells, right? Yeah. I don't. Oh, they get Ashen Rider! The one card I needed left! Oh! Alright. It is what it is. We fought the fight. Opponents came prepared. Bribery, Time Twister. Somehow deck fading, Sundering Titan was always relevant. Yep. Okay, I'm done. I'm out of here. Oh man. There have been some brutal games. I think I've been uploading them not in sequence because I don't want everyone to experience everything that I just went through, but my goodness. The games lately have been brutal. I think this deck was pretty good. I never got to Oath of Druids, and an Entomb would have made it like insane. So unfortunately we just didn't find that, but it was pretty consistent Reanimator. Just our opponents had good cards. See you guys next time.